Hey, welcome to this episode of Inova Radio. It's December 1st, 2025. And today I want to start something different. I want to spend some time looking at leadership ideas that come from the daily news. So I've been working on some things, vibe coding and things like that. Um, and pull in about 89 different news sources across the world and am looking at how we can take leadership ideas and leadership suggestions from the news sources themselves, so that everything is very practical in the real world, and very relevant. So today, leadership insights from December 1st, 2025. The first idea is adaptability and practical application. So let's start with a stark reminder of the need for agility. Recent headlines are painting a picture of unexpected challenges, particularly in the hospitality sector. Bloomberg reported this morning that relief following the UK's initial budget cuts was rapidly turning into anger as hotels and pubs were feeling the full force of continued financial pressure. The core issue: persistent inflation and rising operating costs were squeezing margins, forcing businesses to make difficult choices. Bloomberg specifically highlighted the impact on smaller independent establishments, many of which were struggling to absorb the increased expenses. Meanwhile, Forbes was reporting a surprisingly popular trend: the resurgence of manual snow shoveling, specifically the Ego Power Plus 12 snow shovel. It seems that people were opting for more labor intensive and arguably more satisfying experience of physically clearing their driveways. This seemingly unrelated trend speaks volumes about the desire for control and rejection of overly automated solutions, a powerful metaphor for leadership today. So, the core leadership lesson here is about embracing a mindset of rapid adaptation. Leaders need to be comfortable with uncertainty and prepared to pivot quickly when circumstances change. The hospitality sector struggles demonstrate the fragility of relying solely on predetermined strategies. Similarly, the snow shovel trend suggests a growing desire for tangible, direct action, a rejection of complex, data driven solutions without a human element. This isn't about abandoning strategy, it's about building reliance and the ability to respond effectively between unforeseen disruptions. It's about recognizing that the best plan can quickly become obsolete. So let's talk about some practical applications. First, leaders should conduct a stress test of their current strategic plans, identifying potential vulnerabilities and developing contingency plans. Secondly, actively solicit feedback from teams regarding potential disruptions. Tapping into diverse perspectives can reveal blind spots. And then finally, foster a culture of experimentation. Small, controlled, fail fast initiatives can build adaptability within the organization. Let's not just react to problems, let's build the capacity to anticipate and respond proactively. That will help you in your leadership today. Let's talk about another one: leadership development and systems thinking. So, building on the theme of adaptability, let's shift our focus to the architecture of leadership development itself. Recent articles are also advocating for a move away from traditional traits based models and towards a more holistic systems thinking approach, specifically a piece on medium.com called From Traits to Systems: A New Architecture for Developing Modern Leaders. That article argues that focusing solely on personality characteristics like charisma or intelligence is insufficient in today's complex, interconnected world. The article posits that leaders need to understand how their teams, departments, and the entire organization function as a system, recognizing the feedback loops and interdependencies that drive performance. This isn't simply about displaying good leaders or identifying good leaders. It's about creating systems that nurture leadership potential across the board. What's the lesson from this? The core principle is that leadership is a fixed attribute. It's a skill that can be developed through understanding systems. Sorry, it's not a fixed attribute. I knew that wasn't right. My apologies. It's a skill that can be developed through understanding systems. Leaders need to move beyond simply managing individuals and instead focus on designing processes, fostering collaboration, and creating environments that support growth and innovation. This requires a deep understanding of the organization's dynamics, including its culture, its values, and its strategic goals. It's about recognizing that a single isolated action can have unintended consequences throughout the system. This is a very real thing. We see it all the time. So, what's the practical application of this? How do we do this? First, leaders can map out their organization's key processes, identifying the critical nodes and potential bottlenecks. Second, they can implement systems for feedback and knowledge sharing, ensuring that information flows freely through the organization. Finally, leaders should actively promote cross functional collaboration, breaking down silos and fostering a shared sense of purpose. Let's move beyond simply telling people what to do. Let's build systems that empower them to solve problems effectively. I'm doing that right now as a product manager. I am going through every process that we have to look for areas we can automate, look for areas that we can reduce issues with, and build systems that handle areas we can automate, handle things that normally take um, human work, and that will help build our efficiencies and cut down on manual labor, which is needed because we're running short within our specific team, short of resources. So take some time to do that. Build systems and build processes, and use your team. Figure out who can do that best. Use your team and help them work on that with you. So you think about that and have a great day. Take care.